Alright, so the next thing we want to do is create some color schemes that key to our room schedule parameters. So that might show conditioned and unconditioned, public, private, that kind of thing. So what we're basically going to do is use our parameters to color our floor plan. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my schematic floor plan. So you want to have a floor plan that's kind of cleaned up. And then you want to duplicate that. So I'm just going to right click on it and duplicate that view. And then I'm going to rename that. And we'll just rename it 01. How about we'll do conditioned, unconditioned for this one. And then, I don't know, I'll turn these things off because they're not very attractive. And then what I want to do is apply a color scheme to this. So what I have to do is I have to make a color scheme and then I have to apply that color scheme, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my architecture and my room and area pull down and color schemes. And this is going to pull up the default color schemes. Now, first of all, you want to have the category set to rooms. And you'll see there's a name color scheme and a department color scheme already set up. And you'll see that the department color scheme is actually reading the parameters from the department that we put in the room. So we had a public, private, and an NA. You might have a conditioned, unconditioned for this, but just work through this and you'll understand how you can apply different ones. If I go to name, it's reading the names and giving a color to the different names. So what I really want is conditioned, unconditioned. So I'm going to create a new color scheme down here, and I'm going to start from department. It doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to duplicate that. And I'm going to name it conditioned, unconditioned. And I'm going to click OK. And then under rooms, it has to say rooms. You'll see color by department over here, and I'm going to do color by occupancy. And it's going to say that colors are not preserved when changing, and I'm going to say that's fine. And you'll see now it's reading that occupancy parameter for each one of my rooms, conditioned, unconditioned. And if I click OK, I can then, of course, change the color. Sorry, you can make each of these parameter types visible or not visible. I can change the color, right? If I click OK, I can come over to my floor plan here, my conditioned, unconditioned floor plan, and in the properties, while nothing is selected, there's a color scheme. And I can apply this color scheme. First of all, I have to make sure that the category says rooms, because that's what we want to apply color schemes to, and I can do conditioned, unconditioned, and it'll show us what it's doing. Click OK, and it applies that, right? And you can have this either be in the foreground here or in the background. So I typically will do foreground, so it's all clear. And then these things, let's just view hide that, right? Get rid of the furniture. And then you have a color scheme. So if we wanted to make another color scheme for floor finish, you could go into architecture, room and area, color schemes. Let's just duplicate the condition, unconditioned, and we'll name this one floor finish. Click OK. Now we have rooms, and instead of occupancy, we can pick floor finish. And now it's going to do floor finish based on these different settings. And if I click OK, I can duplicate this view, rename it, and just set the new color scheme. The rooms, floor finish, click OK, and there you go. Not terribly attractive. You might want to go in and update those colors. But if you look at the example PDF, you can see what I mean. Alright, so that's color schemes. In the next few videos, we'll be going over how to set up your sheets.